He talks about use in the military. If you give the boys a good enough reason why, they will do anything for you.
Yeah.
They will go into battle. They will put their life on the line for you. So take that and put that into everyday life. Give yourself that assurance, that quality that you need to like just go and attack life, go and get after it without like any failure.
I don't know, whatever it could possibly be. We have to find that reason and use that for motivation. It's like we all do it. I think, well, the majority of people do it. They'll scroll through Instagram and they'll see a video of David Goggins and he's like, "Good job, yes, I've had a bit," and then it's like, "Oh yeah, I feel really motivated," and then 10 minutes later you're like, "Do you know what, I'm just going to sit and have a coffee and some cake and not go out for a run." Yeah. But initially we have a spike in motivation because we see someone else doing it, we see someone else getting after what they want to do and how they want to act and who they want to be. They're just progressing in their life, and we see that as, I must do the same thing. But we're not doing it for us, we're doing it for them. We're feeding off them. We need to find our reason.
We are finding success, and we're here to help break down monotony of your life and help you find your own version of success. Welcome back to another episode, guys, with me, Alex.
And me, Adam. How you doing, mate? You right?
Yeah, good, mate. Yourself?
Very good. Having a great time. Sun's out. It's nice. I mean,
yeah.
As you can see, I'm a bit in the jumper, whereas you're
I'm
you're the t-shirt boy. Aren't
Shorts coming out soon as well. Don't you worry about that.
You run hot, don't you?
I do run hot. I got too much blanket on. It's crazy. Like, I need fans and windows open all night, every night.
Not every night, surely.
No, not every night, but most nights.
How was your week?
Not the best, not the most productive.
Okay.
I'll be honest. I've had much better ones in the past, but life's all about ups and downs, and sometimes you've got to go downs just to get the ups even higher. What about yourself?
Yeah, I'm the same. It's fair. Like I said, I've been away, but I've managed to keep the process going. I've read quite a lot. I journal quite a lot, and I've done a bit of trading as well. Kept on top of it. So
nice. Yeah,
I'm quite happy.
Good man. Right. Good man. We've got accountability tonight as well.
We do, mate. Yeah, couple of hours.
Couple of hours away. Well, when this goes live, it'll probably be about that, right?
Yeah, we'll have another meeting.
That's
we
right.
Love it, don't we? We love it.
Can't get enough.
What are we talking about today, my friend?
This week, Dodds, it's going to be about the reason why. We touched on it a little bit last week when we were talking about what motivates us to start this journey, and I wanted to sort of go into a little bit deeper, not just a little bit deeper, and just get the guys listening into thinking about what their reason is, and maybe how to find it or how to actually focus on it. So when you're struggling for motivation, when you're struggling for discipline, when you're struggling to get up early and crack on with some work, you can just think of this and suddenly you've got this new power and energy and everything. You're just motivated like mad all of a sudden. So I just want to go into that. Okay. We touched on it last week. What was your reason why for getting started on this journey again?
The reason for me for starting this journey was the realisation that my mum had to pay for 2 kids at the time on a very, very minimum wage. And that's where I was like, yeah, this is not going to suffice. We need to do some extra work, basically.
Yeah, spot on. And that's a powerful reason why, because it's out of love, it's out of care, it's out of passion. And I think we've all got to find those sorts of reasons why within us. And I think a lot of them, family is one of them. I think I'm the same, looking after family when we get older. Money being an issue right now, or not being an issue, but I can see it becoming a huge issue in the short future. That's the reason why. And I feel like if you've got a powerful reason why, you will move mountains. It's Jocko Willink talks about it in his book. What's his book called?
Not Dichotomy of Leadership. Not that one.
No, the other
What's
one.
the other one? Pass. I don't know what we have. But I don't know what Dichotomy of Leadership is. Extreme Ownership.
Extreme Ownership. Yeah, where is that? There it is. Yeah, Extreme Ownership. He's got it in there, and he talks about use in the military. If you give the boys a good enough reason why, they will do anything for you.
Yeah.
They will go into battle. They will put their life on the line for you. So take that and put that into everyday life. Give yourself that assurance, that quality that you need to like just go and attack life, go and get after it without like any failure. I think it's quite powerful. I think we should all try.
What was yours?
Mine was not being able
to,
looking after parents as well.
It,
paying for care, it's $35,000 a year for an average home, and I just refuse to do that. So it's the fear of that, basically.
I love the fact that we all have our own little version. You know, we have our own gripe. We have our own little motivation. Motivation isn't one thing that keeps every person going. It's not like dangling a carrot in front of you and you're going to run after it. We're not rabbits. It may work for other people, but it doesn't work for... It may work for some, doesn't work for others. Because everyone has their own reason why. And as we said, this probably title was amazing. It's the perfect little episode name. The reason why. What is the reason? We need to find that reason. If your reason is, like you said, your parents, if your reason is to not rely on your mum for paying for 2 kids, if your reason is to, I don't know, whatever it could possibly be, we have to find that reason and use that for motivation. It's like, we all do it. I think, well, majority of people do it. They'll scroll through Instagram and they'll see a video of David Goggins and he's like, get your ass up out of bed. And then it's like, oh yeah, I feel really motivated. And then 10 minutes later, you're like, do you know what? I'm just going to sit and have a coffee and eat some cake and not go out for a run. Yeah. But initially, we have a spike in motivation because we see someone else doing it. We see someone else getting after what they want to do and how they want to act and who they want to be. They're just progressing in their life. And we see that as, I must do the same thing. But we're not doing it for us. We're doing it for them. We're feeding off them. We need to find our reason.
Yes, perfectly.
We need to find our reason.
That was mega. That's exactly right. And that's why you got to stop scrolling on Instagram and looking at these people. And it's great to hear their reasons why and so on. And I think I watched David Goggins on a podcast not too long ago, and he I'm going to say it's his reason why. I don't know if it's solely, but it's a fear that he's inbuilt in himself. And he's got this image in his head. He goes up to heaven, say there's a heaven. He goes up to heaven, he goes and meets God, and he reckons this is a image he's portrayed, and he's convinced himself of it being the truth. So he's fearful of this event happening. Goes up, and God's like, David Goggins, you're huge 300-pound fat man that kills cockroaches for a living.
Yeah.
And what God's got on his clipboard is also all these other types of David Goggins that he could have been, people that he could have been if he'd got up and worked. So, all the medals and awards that he's been given, all the doing the Marines test.
SEALs.
The SEALs test, Buds, like 3 times.
Yeah.
Failing it twice. He's got honorary degrees and so on and so forth. Like, all these achievements he's got is on this list. And he's terrified of being shown stuff that he's capable of but never actually achieved it. Like, failure to achieve it. And that's from that podcast, that's what he made seem like that was his motivation.
Yeah.
I think, to be fair, it's not motivation. I think it's more he's used fear as a tool to help him progress. Like, instead of being fears seen him as a negative, he's used it as a power supply, a drive to get out of the sofa. Yeah, get him going, get him running, digging deep. He's got that, and fear's a powerful motivator. I think maybe all of us could do a little bit of that. Try and just install a little bit of fear into us. Like, if you were trying to think of if you were driving fast, a police car caught you or saw you doing it, and say you had a kilo of cocaine in the back of your car. For some reason, you had to do it because you were struggling for money. You were motivated. You needed to do this. You wouldn't think twice. You'd keep driving, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And you'd accelerate harder, and you'd probably drive the best you'd ever drive because you got that element of fear, the adrenaline pumping, all that sort of stuff. If you can activate that little motivator inside you, because normally if you didn't have that kilo of coke in your car, you just stop.
Yeah.
You go, okay, it's fine, nothing. But because you got a little bit of fear in you, you're terrified you don't want to get caught and then you're arrested and all that sort of stuff. You've got, I don't know why I went a kilo of coke in your car, but that's the descriptive term I went with. I think he's equipped fear really well, and I think we should all try and use a bit of fear as well in our reason why, or in our life, because motivation doesn't, as we all both know, motivation doesn't last very long.
No,
it comes and goes, 10-minute spurts every now and then. So you do need to build something a bit more stronger and more permanent.
Yeah,
which is fear and the reason why.
Yeah, molded
together.
I have to say, or I have to ask the question: what is the biggest fear that you have then? Like what really gets you out of bed in the morning and go, I do not want to be like that? I know what mine is.
Go on,
mine is the fear of being fat. The reason I go to the gym is I don't want to be fat. And I walk around the workshop or the world, and I just see different types of people. And I see people that are, I was walking down the street the other day, and I'm sure there's a reason for this guy walking like he did, but his head was locked to one side of his body, and he was walking down the street with his head and his chin on his right shoulder, trying to walking in a straight line. I'm like, well, something's obviously traumatically happened, but I don't know what it was, and the reason why. Majority of the time, people have like a fatal neck injury or something.
Yeah.
And in judo, we land on our necks quite a lot. But if you don't warm up your neck, or if you don't build strong neck muscles, then it's probably quite common to happen. Like, for instance, when a fat person walks down the road, their feet are like 45 degrees because their knees are about to collapse and their hips are, their knees are dead, their hips are dead. And it's like,
the joints just can't take it.
I do not want to be like that. That is one of my biggest fears. It's weird that health is so high, but it's the reason that I go to the gym, or the reason that I do what I do, or the reason that I try to run, or whatever, is because that is a fear. That's like a massive fear. Like, to see a 45-year-old man with a beer belly the size of England, it scares me. Like, that is not what I want to look like. So that's one of the fears for me. In the fitness side of things, I have different fears. Financial fears is a different side of things.
Okay, so you're building fear into every aspect of your life, or you're aware of your fears.
I think so, yeah. I think every person who does an activity does it for a fearful reason and uses that motivation for that reason. The reason we're doing this is, number one, to help people, educate people, and make them a better people, make them more educated, make them look out and realise that the world isn't just in those four walls that they're currently in. We're also doing it for a financial aspect. We're doing it because we want to tell people this is what we can do, and then we're doing the research, we're searching up on it, we're going out to work, and we go, actually, yes, I'm improving my life. I'm going to practice what I preach, go and share the information. For instance, health, like I said before, fine. With, just every single thing of our lives that we have. Family is important for most people, so we try and stay in contact with them as much as possible. We try and message them. Friends, we don't want to lose friends, so stay in contact with them. But it could be a fear that one day that friend will die, and the reason we haven't stayed in contact with them is because we didn't care, or they were very low on our fears list or values list. So every single thing that you have part of your life, if you value it and it's a fear, you pay more attention to it, in my opinion.
Yeah, if you can create a fear around that
yes,
piece of value, or something that you really love, I guess you could say.
Exactly.
Yeah. Would you, just going back to fear of being fat, would you say it's acceptable to be fat?
For me, from my personal point of view, I couldn't ever see myself being fat. Do I think it's acceptable for me to be fat? Me personally, no. Because I don't have any health reasons. I don't have any quirks. I don't have... Okay, my knee is damaged, but that doesn't stop me from getting to the gym. Doesn't stop me from running. I just get on with it. For people that have no choice but to eat crap food, well, if you're eating crap food, then don't eat at all. You're going to lose weight. I'm sorry, but it's the case.
I'm with you.
So in some ways, I don't think so. I don't think there's a reason or any reason to be overweight. When people say you're big boned, don't believe in that. Do apologise, people. Unless there's a science back in it, which probably is. There is bone mass out there, but bone mass doesn't equate to 50 kilos, is it? Of additional weight. It's just not true. So why say, oh, he's a growing lad? Another thing. Useless. Oh, he's a growing boy.
Stop lying to yourselves.
Leave him alone. He's a growing boy. Here, you can have an extra slice of cake. You're a growing lad. You know what I mean? Oh, mate.
I feel you. I just don't think there's a good enough reason why.
Yeah.
There's very rarely a good enough reason why. And most of the time the reason why people are fat is just because they don't have a reason why to not be.
They'd have the reason. Yeah, you're very true. Yeah, they don't have the need to be skinny. They're comfortable with being who they are.
Well, yeah, they're comfortable, but they do have a need. Unfortunately, the need is to be fit and healthy and to be able to live a long life.
Yeah.
But they're ignoring that instinct, like that inbuilt thing we have inside of us to be fit and healthy. I know. So we also have the instinct of find food and eat it. like survival. You know, I don't know what it's called, but when you hoard food essentially, like bit of an instinct to eat whenever you're hungry.
Yeah.
And I think it goes a long way. That goes to the people that are able to fast. Have you heard about? I know you fast yourself, don't you?
Yeah.
But have you heard it when people do like a 2-day fast?
Yeah.
Not every week, but like once every month or once every quarter, to really stress the body.
Yeah.
Because if you can't eat for 2 days, it's a mental challenge.
It is,
you're going to struggle. And I'm tempted to try it because I'm really keen to see what happens to me in that situation. See if I can deal with it. See if I'm mentally tough enough to be able to deal with it. And the reason why they do it is because the stress it puts on the body actually activates a load of hormones and processes in the body that help us survive.
Yeah.
It makes us stronger as human beings and will help us live longer. Same as any like cold therapy, anything that can induce shock and stress on the body are actually really good things for you.
Same as saunas and stuff like that as well.
High temperature stress, it's all really good for you. And I feel like the saunas are the most common because it's the easiest. It's easy to sit in a hot room for 5 minutes. Yeah. Cold baths are becoming more common.
Yeah.
Because it's on the easier side of things. But 2 days fast, that's tough.
Yeah.
I don't know many people that can do that.
No.
But I'm tempted. I think maybe we should try that. Just saying. I'm bringing you in with me.
Well, for 1 month for all.
Exactly. Should give it a go.
Anything else to add?
No, I'm good.
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, links will be down below. Don't forget to rate, subscribe, and share this podcast. Help us so we can help you guys. Take care. Have a good weekend. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Success is available for everybody, so why should you settle for less?